If you're an artist or a creative and you're struggling to make decisions or know what you're doing with your life, you're so not alone. This pandemic has been so hard for artists and creatives of all sorts because what we had created as structure for ourselves, the shows or the deadlines, the engagements with other people, all of those were structures to help us so that we can do the creative work that we need to do within that structure. And that vanished at a certain point a couple years ago, right? And for some of us, we've had a hard time getting it put back in place and trusting ourselves that we're working in the right direction for who we are. Depression is very real in that if you don't have a sense of purpose, then all the freedom in the world feels completely overwhelming. It's not healthy to have complete freedom without structure. It's in yin and yang theory, which makes a whole lot of sense to me. You have to have a certain amount of structure in order to be able to do the creative freedom that you need. You can't make decisions, you can't function well if you don't have that sense of structure holding you. So, I want to say it totally makes sense if you're struggling with this, even now, because the pandemic is not over. It goes on and on. You can't really trust that you can have that show or have that event. So how do you create that sense of structure so that you can function? And how do you trust that it's based on something real for yourself and not, somebody else's idea? This is a big piece of work, and it's built on lots and lots of little pieces. But the piece I want to give you right now is two things. One is pleasure. And I'm not talking like get high kind of a pleasure. I'm talking about being drawn to something that is compelling to you, right? You can trust what's compelling to you as an artist or a creative, right? So if I'm being compelled by the question of how to paint snow, I happen to be in a lot of snow, and what are the colors of snow, really? It's not just white. What are the colors, right? That kind of curiosity, engagement, can be a pleasure that can draw you in and give you substance. It's almost arbitrary what the question is. It's whether it's compelling to you. And you'll find, if you follow it, that you'll do a body of work or you do a series that will start to make sense together, and they will reveal something deeper. All right? So that's one piece. Follow what's pleasurable or what's compelling to you. And the other is set up some kind of structure for yourself. Whether it's co-working with buddies, you can certainly check out my co-working thing where you're, this is the given time for doing your creative work. You set it up and you're accountable to somebody else. It's amazing how much that helps. There's other kinds of structures, but set up some kind of structure that is connected to somebody else. So you've got that social engagement and you've got that sense of accountability and structure. All right. I wish you well. I hope to hear from you, and enjoy the day. Enjoy the day.